Hey y'all, my name is Angelica. I'm the owner of the Math Magician Bookkeeping, and I'm one of the students in Bryce's coaching program. I've made a few videos now, and the last ones that I made were talking about how to properly onboard a new client. And whenever I ended the video, I said, then you'll move on to your regular bookkeeping tasks. And I wanted to go over with you what are the bookkeeping tasks that we need to be doing and at what frequency. So let's go ahead and dive into the video. Thing to look into is your daily or weekly transactions. Depending on the size of the company, this is going to vary. You may have a smaller company that you're working with and only have to do this weekly, but if you have a larger company, then you may want to do these tasks at least daily. So first thing is categorizing transactions. This means taking the transactions that are coming through the bank feed and basically putting them in the correct category, or people like to call it coding them to the correct category. Advertising, marketing, meals, entertainment, business licenses, office supplies, so on and so forth, making sure those are in the appropriate categories. That way, come tax season, they'll at least be in their specific areas where they need to go. Next thing you want to do is enter deposits. So any deposits that are coming in, you want to make sure that that income is being accounted for, and you can match this to the invoices that are coming through. Make sure that those accounts receivable are actually being paid down and taken care of. So those those deposits that are coming through, make sure that they match to any invoices that are coming through QuickBooks. That way that income can be accounted for and that those invoices can show as paid. Next thing you want to do is enter any bills or invoices that are needed for that day or that week. If you have a few that are built up, like for bills and such, you can enter those probably more on a weekly basis. But as far as invoices go, those are probably going to be more needed to be done on like a daily basis type situation. And then processing payroll. So you can do this either weekly, bi-weekly. Some people have it set up like once a month. So most cases though it's done bi-weekly. If you're handling payroll, you don't have to worry about if you're not handling payroll, then you don't have to worry about this, but if you are, then you'll need to process that payroll at least weekly, if not bi-weekly. So then the next slide we have here are your monthly tasks. So you want to look at the inventory. If this is a company that actually tracks inventory, you want to make sure that it is correct, that the inventory that's showing up on the invoices is actually correct to the actual reports that you have for your inventory that you've been keeping track of. You want to make sure that the sales tax payments are good to go and filed. Make sure that those invoices for that month have been paid. That way that sales tax can be tracked and uploaded to whatever tax department that you have to pay. And usually those sales tax payments need to be done on the 20th of every month. As well as business tax usually has to be paid on the 20th of every month. So you just want to make sure that you have that put together. Make sure that all accounts are reconciled. This includes checking, savings, credit cards, loans, PayPal, etc., Venmo. Basically anything that you're using to make any type of business transaction, you want to make sure that those are being reconciled. Produce monthly reports. So you at least want to be producing a profit and loss report, a balance sheet, and a cash flow statement. This is going to give you an idea of where the business is at as far as, what they're making as their net income, what's going in, what's going out, their balance sheet, making sure that everything is balanced and that the assets and liabilities are recorded properly, as well as the cash flow statement, kind of letting them know what to expect in terms of their actual flow of their cash coming in and out. And then you want to close the book so that no changes can be made after that date. This basically just make sure that there's no errors that can happen after you've reconciled and you've gotten everything all ready and put together for that month. You want to make sure that no one else can go back through, even possibly yourself, and make any changes that could possibly upset something that is already nice and neat and tied up for that time period. Next, we have quarterly taxes. So quarterly tasks. This is mostly just going to be like your taxes. So paying sales tax once a quarter, that's going to be done. Paying your payroll tax once a quarter, that's going to be done. And then your estimated tax for the business. Usually the businesses will be pretty good about paying these things, but if you're taking care of payroll and sales tax filing, you at least need to be taking care of those two there. Next, we have annual tasks. Again, making sure that the inventory matches up to what you have being sent out and coming in, making sure that those numbers match and add up. And then you want to make sure that the accounts receivable and accounts payable don't have any outstanding payments to them. You want to make sure all bills have been paid for that year, all invoices have been paid, and if they haven't, what's going on? Look into that, figure out why haven't they been paid. Also, if they haven't been paid or they, were written off, then write off those invoices. That way, there's no outstanding issues or payments sitting in the accounts receivable and accounts payable. Then you want to send out W-2s. That's going to be for your actual hired employees, and 1099s for any subcontractors that came through. If you paid anybody over $600, then basically for the year, then they would need a 1099 sent out as a subcontractor. And then you want to produce your end-of-year reports. Again, profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow statement, your inventory reports, basically anything that your tax accountant is going to need. It's good to have those reports saved and printed out and put together for your tax accountant. And then you want to close the books for the year. So again, same process with closing the books for the month. Close them for that year. That way we know this year has been tidied up. It is tied with a bow, so no changes can go back and be made without creating more errors to work on later. So I hope this video helped you identify which tasks need to be done, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it and you want to see more content like this. Learn how to grow your business and be a more effective bookkeeper. Please click the link in the description below to book a call with Bryce, and he can kind of give you some ideas of how to grow your business and make it more efficient. It's also in the comment section as well. And then don't forget to subscribe, because not only am I making videos, but Bryce and a few others have some excellent video content on here. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.